Remind me to change the uh, profile picture of our YouTube and Twitch to the new profile picture, please.
You're live.
Yeah, I know. Everyone, it's a Drunken Disorderly podcast. It's fine. No one sees the first 20 seconds anyway because it's the invitations are still going out. It's I didn't mute that tab. Oh, geez, terrible life decisions.
You idiot.
Okay, man, I am a noob today. This is what I get for teasing all the other streamers I was watching this evening. It means that the karma is that when I come back, it's just going to be terrible. But it won't be terrible for long because we have the coolest guest, and my wife is here, so I can't make as many jokes about how much she beats me. So everyone, welcome to the Drunken Disorderly podcast. And Dre, take it away so I can do all the producer things.
All right. So I don't have much for you guys except I'm going fucking Looney Tunes, being stuck in the house, not being able to work, I haven't worked for 5 months. I guess I could preface it that way, but still, I was looking for a job before all this happened, and now I'm like really SOL. So I'm bored, but I also like enjoy being home. So it's really like a conflicting thing for me right now. Anyway, so Myra is here. Myra, I don't think I know how to say your last name properly.
Matejka.
Oh, okay, that's easy. Matejka. Myra is one of our very good friends from across the river in Iowa, and I love getting to see her every year at convention. This year, she got me a little day drunk, which resulted in some interesting interviews late at night. But anyway,
that wasn't my fault.
No, I won't blame you, but yeah, I shouldn't be allowed hard alcohol in the afternoon or really ever, but that's a personal thing that I need to work on. If it was beer, I could hang with anybody all day long, fine, but we start mixing it up and it's bad news bears.
Oh.
But it's all right.
Yeah.
I had fun. I always do. I always have a blast in Iowa.
Great to see you. It was great to have you bunk with me. You and your husband. It was fantastic to see all of you. I miss Zach and Elfie. Would have been fantastic if you had joined us.
Yeah, we had a big slumber party the last night in Myra's room.
Yeah, it was a good slumber party.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
So I have to admit something before we move on, and I completely forget about it.
Okay.
So I don't know how old school any of you are, but there was a cartoon even before my time, but it was still on TV as I was like a little kid, called Maya the Bee. And for whatever dumb reason, I have remembered that my whole life as being Myra. So that's how I remember your name. But when I went tonight to look it up, it's like, oh shit, that's not even the right word. The fuck am I doing with my life?
Not the same name. It's not.
No, I was sad. Because I was going to do some title, like the title wasn't going to be anything about cornfields. It was going to be talking about how you're like the buzz or something, just to play off of that. It's like, there goes my pun. What the hell?
Yeah.
Zach.
I love having you guys over all the time, and getting to see you guys at the conventions. I'm going to try to make sure my notifications don't go off here.
Yeah, mute the tabby tabs.
Well, the notifications are on a different sound setting. It's really annoying to turn them off.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
I don't know where.
Oh, Jesus.
I have a million tabs open. I'm sorry.
It's fine. So you are running for Iowa House 70.
Yes.
I had to look at my notes. So what? Why?
Why am I running?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you
So
hate yourself so much?
I know, as a libertarian, we generally don't like to put ourselves out there to run for positions. Last cycle, as the co-chair of Iowa, I was fully intending on helping all of our candidates in the state run their own campaigns. And, I tell a lot of people that having choices on their ballots is the most important thing. And then I found out right in my own backyard that the Democrat was going to be running unopposed. And that meant she would never have to knock on a single door, and she would never have to hand out a single flyer. And so I took it upon myself to, walk the walk and put myself on the ballot.
I swear, I've made a terrible mistake by introducing Elfie into the world of all my activist friends, and now she's everyone's favorite.
Well, that's not my fault.
I love Elfie.
Everyone loves it. Those cute rosy cheeks.
Uh-huh.
Can't get rid of them.
I'm trying to remember Cedar Rapids because I've been there once. Is it urban enough to have us like a strong Democrat lock, or is this like a really in play seat?
Yeah, this specific seat has been Democrat for a long time. We had an incumbent that just ran and ran and ran, and then he decided to go for Senate and pulled in this other person, and the Republicans pretty much just gave up. They just pretty much said, we don't even want to try in this seat anymore. So they're supporting me. So that's good.
Yeah. How do you expect? I mean, I guess you wouldn't really even be facing a primary, would you?
No, I'm already on the ballot. So just right before the quarantines hit, I was able to get to the State House and get my petitions turned in and signed. And like literally as soon as I left the State House, like quarantine started hitting. It was like March 13th. So
does that put you at a disadvantage? Because I assume if neither of you are able to go out and knock doors, the person with the most money is going to just run ads and win.
Right.
So how are you going to overcome that?
So it's not going to take as much money as you might think. There are other districts in the state that those candidates are spending upwards to $400,000 to duke it out. In my particular district, last session, I spent less than $1,000. I didn't even need to file. She spent less than $5,000. So because I think they pretty much thought that it was in the bag for them anyway. And I didn't want to have to file. I wanted to see how little money how many votes I can get for as little money spent. And so I ended up with about 26% of the vote.
Nice.
With very, very little money spent. So I think if we actually try and we boost those numbers up a little bit, it's an actuality that we can get a libertarian in the State House.
You're a day off, buddy. It's Thursday.
It's Wednesday, right?
It's Thursday.
So again,
No, it's Thursday.
I'm going to say this also before I forget. Iowa candidates have the same free recording and editing for like radio commercials or things like that from me, I guess, if that's something you want to take advantage of.
He's offering us services.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like you were asking a question at first when you first started talking. So Iowans have the same.
Sorry. But yeah, if you want
I'll take
commercials, I'll get out there for a weekend and we'll do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I will take you up on that. That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Myra, I don't even know where you live because I just see you at convention and they're always random places.
How? She just said I'm running for State House in Cedar Rapids.
Oh, I was trying to share the stream. Damn it!
Oh, okay. Well,
trying to do my job.
Fair enough.
I'm on the south side of Cedar Rapids, and
Okay.
yeah, it's the very far south. Like the county border is just a few miles down the street from me. So.
Oh yeah, sorry I wasn't paying attention there for a second,
No.
but I am now. Got my full attention. The stream is shared. We're done. So we're in Omaha. We're like basically on the border of Iowa and Nebraska. So it's Omaha and Council Bluffs are neighbor cities, you know, excuse me, separated by the border and the Missouri River. It's the Missouri River, right? Yeah, the big one. I'm hearing all random beeps. So how?
That was
what?
me.
Which river did you say was the big one?
Missouri.
Okay, I heard you wrong. Carry on.
I was just about to ask Myra how she's been keeping busy during this, because I see you post a lot during the day. You're home, right? You're working from home?
Yeah. So I work for Dan Berman's campaign. And so in addition to trying to front load my campaign, because obviously I can't get out and door knock and I can't get out and actually talk to people, I have to do all the hard work of creating content and, you know, writing policy and things like that. So that's what my team has been busy doing, in addition to helping out Dan with his campaign for president. So yeah, it's been, we're staying busy for sure.
I guess you could get back to real old school and like start calling people, since you can't door knock.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like so much fun, doesn't it?
I know. Right. Well, and I'm from the call center industry, so
Me too.
I
have to fess up to that now, don't I?
My husband's still in the call center industry, so yeah, it's something that I walked away from and I didn't want to go back to.
Yeah, I was on like the back end of the call that industry for 15 years. I used to be the call router and manager of all the toll-free numbers that our agents took calls on. So
Whoa.
I kind of miss that, but I do not miss the actual production floor. That can stay the fuck away from me.
Right.
What, you don't like the jerks calling in and yelling at you for not having their shit together?
I like no part of it, honestly. None whatsoever.
I couldn't do it at AAA. Not after.
I do miss my provisioning. I do miss the provisioning and, you know, the tech side of it. That was fun, and I had a great group that I worked with, and it was hard to step away after 15 years, but the company was literally being dismantled piece by piece. So anyway, so I was trying to get shut the fuck up. You've never talked to me on the phone, Chris. What are you guys doing to keep, other than working on Dan's campaign? Like, well, that's got to keep you super busy because he's not anywhere close. You can't like reach out and touch him if you need to have a meeting, but it's down in Mexico, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, we stay in contact on, you know, different levels of communication, be it Messenger, or email, or Slack, or, you know, we have Zoom calls several a week.
So I'm going to send this in a completely different direction.
Okay.
What's the most country thing you've ever done?
He says,
God.
What did you say?
What's the most country thing you've ever done?
What's the most country thing I've ever done?
Yep.
I don't know.
Everyone get ready. Everyone has to answer this one.
Like drinking in the woods.
I mean, that counts. I would hope it's not the most country thing you've done.
I think that might be the most country thing I've ever done. Drinking in the woods by a bonfire. Like, I caught a fish once. And then I cried.
Oh.
Yeah, I did.
I understand.
And I never
I
wanted
didn't catch it. I didn't catch a blasted fish until I went to Texas a couple of years ago and went fishing with my brother. That's the first time I ever caught an actual fish.
Karen has a really good question. What's behind the curtain?
Dan the man.
He did Berman.
He's always on this fucking show. Always.
He's always on the show.
Okay, so Dre, what's your most country story?
Oh God. Like I don't really do a lot of country shit. I'm a city girl. I don't like to get dirty. I don't like
Well, you shoot, right?
I shoot, but I
At
do
a
that in
gun
the city. I prefer an outdoor range. Like I've shot outdoor at the range in Valentine, Nebraska. Oh, what is the most country thing I've ever done? My grandfather always would go find a horse for me somewhere when we went up to Valentine, Nebraska to visit him because that's where he lived. I've camped once or twice. I used to pee outside at keggers in high school. That's about it. And I always had a stash of napkins from Burger King or somewhere in my car.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Elfie, Miss Texas.
We're south as hell.
Well, no. We had a pond. I caught turtles, went swimming in the pond. Yeah, I caught the turtles.
Oh.
But
And then what?
taking them
Then
off
she
the
got
hook
salmonella.
taking them off the hook is quite interesting.
Dre did not think you meant fishing. She thought you meant you grabbed a turtle and carried it up to your boat.
Good God.
No, we went fishing. I caught the turtles. Everybody else caught fish.
You eat turtles?
No, we didn't eat the turtles.
Oh,
I just couldn't stop
you
catching
can't
the stupid.
Turtle soup is very good.
I wouldn't let them eat the turtles.
I'm sure you would.
But I got to learn how to shoot a 12 gauge shotgun too, so that was fun. Especially when you're like 5'0" and 90 pounds, and your dad's teaching you how to shoot.
So for me, it was after I got out of the Army, my buddy wanted to go paintballing. And for whatever reason, he's way more hoo-ah than I have ever been. But we went out onto an island in the middle of some lake. I don't even know where we were in Nebraska. And there I was for about 4 hours in my fatigues or ACUs or whatever the hell they call them. And like my face painted up, like battle crawling through the mud, shooting a 12-year-old in the face with a paintball.
Okay, so what us city kids used to do also when we got because we wanted to drive around and get high, we'd try to get lost on dirt roads right outside, because I grew up in West Omaha where it was just getting built up. So there's dirt roads and farms. We try to get lost. It never worked, except for one night we were, it was a bad experience. It took hours to get home. That was before GPS. That was actually kind of a scary night.
I am moderately disappointed in you too. I'm not gonna lie. We got to get out there, Myra. You got to come. Elfie and I are gonna be buying some land out in the country, and we're gonna do some like bonfires and bagpipes and shit. You guys got to come out and fucking lose this city mentality of yours for a night.
Wait, where did the bagpipes come from?
Scottish. He's always
He's gonna learn how to play
kilt.
bagpipes, apparently.
No, but why is that country?
It's not.
So here's the deal.
You play them on the
Country,
plains. I don't
when
know.
you think about country, you're typically thinking about the South, right?
American South, yeah. Because we're American.
And,
Weird.
And those people are mostly Scottish, so they would have bagpipes.
Not following.
Yep.
It works in my mind.
A lot of the Scottish settlers settled around Tennessee, Alabama, and Texas.
I just want an excuse to get into my kilt and get drunk and play the bagpipes around a fire, man. Leave me alone.
You're fine. Yeah, you're good.
So
what's happening?
what's your favorite thing about your opponent? So give me one good thing about your opponent.
Well, she's a woman, so I appreciate women in politics. Like I give them a lot of credit.
Yeah.
I think that she's very friendly. She's the kind of person that I would be friends with, honestly. So she's a nice person. She's a good person.
Okay. Now, what's your least favorite thing? Just tear into her now.
I don't want to tear into it. But one of her, she's a public school educator, and so she believes that it's the government's responsibility to educate our children, and so she wants to implement public education from birth to 20.
Camps?
No,
I'm just kidding.
So she wants to expand our current public education from birth to 24.
Oh my God! That's insanity.
So, like, when I think about education, I think we need like 3rd grade to 16, right? And I think then we need like some schooling to get you into a job, and then you're off on your own, right? But I think that the years before you're, maybe 7 or 8, those are family years, and those are years that
you can learn things at home from your family.
Yeah, and they don't
everyday things.
They don't need to be compulsory, and they don't need to be, I think until you're in 3rd grade, you should be able to learn at home. You should be able to
beyond.
Beyond, right?
So you just want she wants to totally take your child's brain from birth and form it, mold it to exactly her views.
Government, government, preschools, government.
Is it part of her platform?
Yeah, it actually is.
That's going to turn even Democrats off. Like even
that should frighten everyone.
Democrats would not.
It doesn't, because in our
they see private health care or child care
is really diverse. So we have the poorest of the poor, and we have the richest of the rich in my district. And we also have refugees from West Africa. There's a small colony of refugees that live in my district too. And a lot of people look at that idea and they say, oh, that benefits me. That's a great idea. I want to take that.
Now, are they thinking like, this would be like a place you can take your kids and basically kind of like a daycare, drop them off, but instead of having to pay for it, it's free?
That's probably exactly what they think.
Yeah.
That's insane. I was like, here, and make a slave of my kids so I don't have to deal with them.
Not even just
I worked in daycare.
It's that it's scary. It's scary that people think that that's an okay idea.
Very. Like I've got 4 kids. They're all teenagers now, but
yeah, I have 4 kids too.
Hell no.
I have 24 to 9, so my spread of my 4 kids is really big.
You're like the opposite of Elfie then, because she had a really tight grouping, but you're like all over the place.
I know. I just decided I just want one at a time.
Myra just wants to raise kids forever.
I wish. That was kind of my plan, and then it was boom, boom, skip. Hello, twins.
Yeah. Well, the twins kind of throw it out there, don't they?
They were also the last.
For now.
So, but I mean, my campaign's completely winnable.
Mm-hmm.
We can do it if we have enough people and we have enough resources. It's not going to cost a lot of money. It's just going to take some effort to swing the Republicans. The only thing that caught me the last go round, and I honestly didn't try that hard the first time. But the only thing that really got me was the undervotes, the people that came out to vote for governor and then skipped down to get, voting choices. So that just means that they didn't know enough about me to say either way that they wanted to vote in that particular election. So I need an education campaign, and I need a little bit of money to make sure that my name is out there.
How's your volunteer base?
It's pretty good. I think I mean we have like maybe 10 I have a team of 10.
That's pretty
nice.
Good. Yeah.
That's great.
So that's good. And then Dan's helping me with his team efforts, and so it's we have a lot more support than most Republicans and Democrats have. So that's good.
Wow,
And
that's
speak
awesome.
of the devil, and he starts watching.
Oh,
Hey, Dan.
How do you guys see that?
I'm
Watching, I can just see that. Oh, are you guys in the okay? Yeah, that's the only one that I'm not monitoring. I'm in YouTube and Twitch. Everyone, okay, yeah. So let me cut in here for a second. Twitch.tv/drunk and disorderly media. Please make a Twitch account and go follow us. And I don't really care that much if you never use your Twitch again, but we need the follow so that we can get affiliate, so that anyone with an Amazon Prime can make a Twitch account, give us their freebie every month. And that's a really easy way for us to make money, to start doing all these projects that we're trying to do. As soon as we're off quarantine, we're going to be doing skits. And
I can't wait.
And like I said earlier, I'm trying to help local candidates, and local starting to be kind of a stretch, have some video and audio capability so that they can make commercials and things. And that could start getting expensive at some point. We would like to be able to buy a couple more pieces of gear and stuff. So help us out. That's a really easy way to help us. That just takes a little bit of time.
So sorry, I was reading Mike Hunter Jr.'s response about the Tigers. I don't know. Would the SEC be on board with that, Myra? You were on that for quite some time, weren't you?
This is my first year not on the SEC, so I'm enjoying my break from not being on the SEC. Actually,
Carl was asking how many baby tigers can you buy right now? And
how many I buy? I don't like to brag.
But that's what Mike was responding to. He's like, if the LP of Iowa spent $2,000 on a baby tiger, they could probably make it back touring around the state with it.
Oh, sure. But then you might have to euthanize that tiger later. I don't know. That's really sad. Let's not do that.
Yeah, you're going to spend a lot of money. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the Tigers. It was sad. Zach, you just need to catch up and see the Tiger show. God damn it. You haven't seen it yet, have you?
I know enough about what happened that you can talk about.
You need to see it yourself. It is a crazy wild ride.
We need to get Netflix because we need to watch that and Witcher. Thank you.
No, you need to just get Cyberflix and pirate all the shit and not pay bullshit fees.
I don't know how to do it, okay?
You like that meme I shared earlier about pirating?
You're going to have to refresh me.
Oh, well, I sent it to you in the D&D chat, so check it out later.
Okay.
But what was I going to say? Oh, me and animal abuse, like, it breaks my heart too much. I can't watch it.
Well,
I watch the documentary on SeaWorld. I got about a third of the way through, and it's like, okay, I believe you and everything that you're saying. Fuck these people.
Right.
Yeah, they don't go into that at all. They go into the lives of these crazy people who have all these crazy zoos and are crazy themselves.
Seeing a tiger in captivity kind of hurts. Like that is.
Well, yeah, of course. That hurt my heart. Like in many of these episodes, but they also go into like the abuse these people who go in with good intentions for these animals go through. Like luckily they find some people who no longer work there, who used to work there, and it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's not much about the tigers. It's a lot
Not at
about
all.
people.
But I hear there's going to be, I know there's one more episode coming out later this month, and I hear that they're shooting season 2, and hopefully that will delve into more of the animals. And
They're fucking
but I doubt it.
If Trump pardons Joe Exotic, will you vote for him in November?
No.
I don't. For me, it's gonna come down to there's gonna be two things that could decide my vote. The first condition is that Trump pardons Joe Exotic, which I don't think will happen.
No.
The second condition is that it's not if it's Hornberger, I am open to voting for someone else. If it's anyone else, I'll vote for the Libertarian.
Oh my God, it cannot be Hornberger.
It's gonna be Hornberger.
I'm still on the fence if Joe Exotic did it or not. Like, I need more information.
No.
No, that was Carol Baskin, dear.
He did not pay I can't remember the dude's name, $2,000 to go kill her. He paid him $2,000 to get the fuck off of his zoo and fuck off to another place.
Ask Erin about it sometimes. She knows the story a lot better.
Erin was there. Like, she knows these people. She lives down the street from Josh Dial. Like, I've talked to Josh Dial for hours on end. This is a crazy, crazy thing.
I love him. I need a campaign manager,
Well, he doesn't have a job right now. Hit him up.
I'll need to fundraise just to get him.
We sent him a John's old laptop that's a little out of date, but he somehow got Windows 10, I think, on there for him, and sent him some candy.
Any sardine oil?
No sardine oil, just some fundraiser candy to brighten his little day and help him get through.
If there is not a strain of weed already called sardine oil, then someone is slacking.
Ew.
They should. They
like,
totally
someone's
should.
gonna have to name something after sardine oil at this point.
That's funny.
Probably Shatter.
See, not.
This is
I know
THC
about
product.
candy bars. That is the extent of my weed knowledge. Oh, gummies. I've heard of gummies. I've never taken any of it though. I've just seen.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway,
I saw in Iowa those dirty Iowans in their weed.
all right. Anyway, so
And they're really good red velvet cake.
And she still cannot get over that cake.
I can't.
Like 2 years ago.
I haven't had anything better than that.
The last time we were at your convention, you guys had red velvet.
It's the only thing I remember from the convention.
3 or 4 pieces.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that must have been when it was at the culinary school hotel place.
Yeah, that was not this year, but last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, last
time
year,
we
not
were there.
2 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, it's the only thing I remember from that convention.
Elfie got a little twisted.
Just a bit.
I must have missed you.
Well, at that time, I don't think we really knew each other.
I don't
Because
think so. Were you guys at my after party in my suite?
we were.
We watched Vermin Supreme.
Vermin, yeah.
Yeah. It was a good
No,
time.
but I remember Trey talked about it.
They were not there. John and I were there. Fucking up.
No, because we didn't spend the night.
That's funny.
We drove up because we both were working.
Do you have a campaign website for donations yet?
Okay, so my website is not up.
Oh.
Dan's still working on it. We just started it today, actually. I do have a website that does like take donations, but it's not very effective. But it's matejkainthehouse.com.
Love it.
Is that gonna be the eventual portal for your website? Is it gonna be that same address?
I think we can loop that to whatever is being built right now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's cool.
So you can send me donations. I'm not asking for donations right now, simply because we're in hard times and I believe that people need to keep their money. you should be saving. And there's nothing in politics that's more important than people taking care of their families. So I'm not asking for money right now.
So yes, but these are also the times where our political adversaries are running us $6 trillion in debt out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
So for people like Elfie just started at my company this week.
Yeah.
So we're both working full time, and she'll be doing overtime here in about 3 weeks. She doesn't know it yet.
No, they let us know.
Okay. So for us, we are actually starting to look at being more the givers than the getters right now.
Sure, and that's great. But I mean, people want to hoard food and toilet paper. They should be thinking about hoarding their wealth right now, right?
That was you that was talking about you couldn't get a freezer for like a week, right?
Yeah.
So explain, like, did you have to call? Like they didn't have any on the floor, so they had to order one in. Is that what happened?
Yeah. So I called around. I shopped around on the phone because I don't want to go to stores because I'm a huge germaphobe to begin with, and this whole thing freaks me out. Anyway, so I called around because I needed a freezer because I wanted to buy half a cow, right?
And everyone who doesn't live in one of these states is like, how the fuck are you buying half a cow? Oh no, it happens all the time, guys.
Right. No, I just called my friends and I'm like, I need a half a cow. Do you have one in processing right now? Right? Like that's what you do. You call
Would you say that your friends are ethical growers?
Well, I mean, I call neighboring farms that are processing meat, right?
Okay.
So
we actually are looking in for a half a cow this year. So
yeah.
Isn't that called a side of beef?
Yeah, you can get a whole side of beef. You can get a
vegetarian asks.
You can get a whole hog.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
maybe we should do a pig.
If
we'd have to clean out one of those freezers from all that shit your mom gave us that we're never going to eat.
We have an empty freezer. The big freezer is empty. It has a few blocks of ice in there. That is it.
Okay.
So did you find the freezer, Myra?
I did. I had it delivered. Menards was able to hook me up with a 10 cubic foot chest freezer, which it's pretty small as far as chest freezers go, but it's more than enough to fit half a cow in, and all of your pizzas and frozen veggies and stuff in it. So my biggest fear right now is if the power were to go out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have hundreds of dollars of food in that freezer. So
do you have a generator?
So yeah, I would need a generator, and that's another $500.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I saw one that was being advertised. One of the bushcraft channels that I watch was advertising. It's a generator that can power a fridge, a freezer, and maybe a computer, but more like your smaller electrical devices.
Right.
Solar panels. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, how much?
How much?
Like $1,200.
Oh Jesus! I thought it was going to be cheaper. Why are you even bringing this up?
Why would you think a solar panel generator that has that much power would be cheap, Trey?
So the ones I was looking at ran on either gas or propane, right? You could switch out what power it was, and it would run for 12 hours without replacing the power source. But it would run a lot of things for 12 hours. It was like $500. But I mean, $500 is a lot of money. I mean,
yeah,
to sit in your garage.
Yeah, it's a lot of money for something that you're hopefully never going to use.
Right. You pray that you never have to use it, because if the power goes out, I'm probably dealing with other problems like panicky looters, right?
Are you stocked up
And
on
you need
ammo?
$500 in ammo sitting out there too.
Is everybody stocked up on ammo? Are you ready to roll?
I have a box, man. I really need
Jesus.
we need to get our handguns first and start getting handgun ammo.
Oh, Jesus.
SKS is too much for an urban environment.
I know when Dre stayed with us at the convention, on our way out, she's like plopping handguns on the bed, and she's like, "Where's your gun?" She's like making sure to take inventory. It was funny.
We're gonna be going to get the gun, so I'm gonna get like a 45, and I'm gonna get her like a 9mm, something small. She's a little.
It'd have to be small. I had to actually be able to get my fingers around the trigger from the, holding the grip. So, yeah.
You guys
That's my problem.
This should have already been taken care of. I will bitch at you when we're off the air.
I know. Well, and I took Dan shooting after convention too. I mean, he came to Cedar Rapids. He stayed with us for a while, and I took him to the shooting range, and he was like, "You want to do it?" And I was like, "No, I can't." Like, I'm scared. I'm nervous.
So there's
Things
ways
fun.
around that.
Like
There's ways to get comfortable with handguns, and
yeah, I think it's a fun idea. I like it.
Well,
I
we'll
got
start
to
you with
shoot
something
this
small.
EDP-35. Yeah, like I got to start with a little bitty 25, and it was like a little pop gun from when you were a kid. You know, those little ones that just make a little pop noise.
Yeah, not a lot of kids.
I could not stop laughing when I was shooting that thing. I'm like, this is hilarious. Are you sure this is a gun? Like a real one?
No, my husband gave me shit about it for a long time. He was like, "So the next time you go to the gun range, are you gonna not wuss out?" Like, well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, jerk.
I might not wuss out. Sorry.
Go with somebody who's got something small, like a 22, something that, doesn't have a lot of kick or a lot of noise, and that'll get you comfortable, because a 22 is just like pew, pew.
Right.
Literally nothing.
So, like, just being in the gun range itself and being around it, that made me more comfortable already.
Oh. I mean, good, because sometimes that can be overwhelming for some people.
The idea.
I think that was supposed to be for you, Elfie. Talking about your small hands.
Your small hands.
And I completely could not see that. I'll look later.
Yeah, we'll get it to you later. All right, so
okay, sorry.
I actually have to wrap a little early tonight, so I want to let you finish, Myra, with like your best 2-minute plug, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay, so my best, I don't even know if it's the best one.
Well, like, where can people find you and all that jazz, and
Yeah, so you can find me at facebook.com/MatejkaInTheHouse. Shoot me a message there. I respond to all messages. I can fill you in on any kind of volunteer efforts that we're going to be doing. We're really focusing right now on what we're going to do after this is over. So we're already looking towards the volunteer efforts that we can do in the name of the campaign, in the name of Dan's campaign, in the name of anybody in Iowa's campaign. Just so we can get the libertarian idea out that we're going to, that we're here and we're available to help people. And that's what we do in our communities.
Is that a bird?
That's a cat.
Oh. That's my kitten.
I love it. That's adorable.
Yeah. That's what Maine Coons do. I have 2 Maine Coons and they chirp. The next thing we're going to be doing is really setting up to mobilize to get the word out. Who knows if there's going to be a primary in June, but I'm already on the ballot. So even if they don't primary in June, I'm already there. I'm going to be there. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's good. Well, I would appreciate any of my well-known libertarian friends to shoot me a message, with an endorsement, just 30-second video of I've worked with Myra. I've worked with a lot of people across the country, and I think everybody, for the most part, loves me. So if you could just do me a favor and shoot me a video and say I endorse Myra. I think she's cool. It will help me raise funds later. So
Absolutely. Well, good luck. It was so nice to see you and talk to you.
oh, I love you guys. I love talking to you guys.
All right. Tuesday, we were kind of booking a guest, but that fell through. And going forward, we have one more guest, and I don't even remember who it is at this point. After that, we're going to lay off the guests on Tuesday night, and we're going to have Thursday night guests like Myra, where we're bringing some of our friends in that we want to hang out and talk with. But the Tuesday shows are going to be more. We found that our best combo is just our three hosts, and maybe bring in Scott or Caleb every now and again to bullshit. But we're gonna really focus on being a fun, uplifting. And I don't mean that like an inspirational way, but like you're gonna laugh your ass off.
Yeah, don't count on that shit.
So we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna be playing marbles on stream on Tuesday. So that's why you want to go to our Twitch so you can play marbles with us. And we're gonna sit there and do we have the drinking rules ready yet?
We do not, but we can do that. So we have Spike Cohen coming up on the 21st.
Yeah, that's our last
running
one.
for VP.
Yeah. Although we might have to, because it's fair, we might have to get Istvan in to.
That'd be fine.
He's one of my heroes. I love transhumanism. Sorry. Anyway, we'll see you all on Tuesday. Go please give us a follow on Twitch. Bye guys.
Good night.